I'm gonna try to do this in a single take. So let's try this out. DJI Mic2. Not bad come through, I mean, seriously, but I don't think it's gonna match up to the Rode Wireless Pro 2. Let me show you why. Accessories alone. Microphone, lavalier microphone with locking nut. That microphone has a dead cat, has a pop cap, dead cat for this microphone, which I rarely ever use this by itself. I use it with a lavalier almost all the time. TRS connector, USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to Lightning. This is all the accessories that come with it. The magnetic plates, which is really nice. The full case. I have put in a couple different lavaliers inside of here, but those are just ones I like to use. I like to use pencil ones, but this one sounds great. That's what we're listening to right now. That makes a huge, huge difference in the accessories you get alone. For $399, that's all this is $399. You get 2 of these lavaliers. So this particular lavalier microphone from Rode is called the Lavalier 2. It costs roughly $100 and you get 2 of those. Of course, you get 2 of these. The memory on this is way, way better. You're looking at almost 40 hours of record time, 32 gigabytes of storage. The other one's got 14 hours and it is roughly 14 hours, which doesn't quite make the math for me, but hey, you know, whatever, makes you happy, works for me. Now, if you're wondering how I'm doing the audio on this, there's also a data cable that comes with it. It's a 60 watt, 5 gigabit per second data cable. So that's really nice. The other part about this case here is a data transfer case. So I can plug this in and have both of the microphones transferring data as I need them to. And they can be seen as 2 separate USB-C devices, which is super nice because then you can just, don't even have to go into the app, you just download the data. Huge difference. Now, for all those who are saying the DJI is better, cool, great for you. I understand sponsorships, I do a ton of them. I think they're a great way to go, but at least be honest. I've not seen so far any comparisons of this lavalier microphone against the lavalier microphone that is going to be available for the DJI 2. That's kind of a shame. No one's talked about this in it. The other parts are always talking about how they're using a dead cat in this microphone itself, clipped onto somebody. In all of my work, I never do that. Now, it doesn't mean that other of my videographers or Cam 1s or Cam 2s don't do that, because they can. We don't dictate how they put that microphone on them. But if you're doing pro work, you can do a lavalier. It looks cleaner, it looks nicer. It's less in the way. You can also tape it underneath clothes. You have more versatility with it. And in my case, I prefer the pencil style because they're easier to hide and put in multiple locations. The only disadvantage to this microphone, yeah, I kind of stuttered that there because I stopped the mic, stopped the recording, is this is almost directional. So this has got a back, this has got a front. I tend to face this towards the client. And then this kind of works as a shield. This back portion kind of works as a shield to keep excess audio out. Other than that, I mean, great microphones, great all the way around. DJI 2, good job on that, I like it. There have been also, to continue this on, if you're done watching the video, cool. Now it's time to get into the real production side. Hooking this up for using it as a podcast microphone is super easy because Rode already has an app for it. I guess DJI will be coming out with an app, but right now Rode's already got it. The application that's available on Rode makes it very easy to do programming and changes on the microphone itself. That is one of the complaints. When comparing the microphones, they talked about menu. I have to admit, if you're not used to the push button menu system on here, it can be a pain in the ass, no question. What's really nice though is the moment you connect this to a phone, there's a menu that pops up on your phone. You can do all your settings the way you like it. So it's easy to make adjustments between all the microphones from the app. Now, I don't know what you would do back and forth. If you think it's better to have the touchscreen on the back of it or not, that's up to you. If you like having the dial, that's up to you. I do think the DJI Mic2 is a worthy competitor and probably a surpasser of the Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone system. But against the Pro, it's not the same. The Pro is definitely for professionals like myself. I like hooking up Sennheiser microphones to it. I have the ME3s, which are the over-the-head headphones. They're really, really nice microphones to use because you got presenters who want to speak, and it allows you to get the audio out to a board and at the same time record it 32 float inside the transmitter, which is super nice. Beyond that, I mean, the only disappointments I have in the comparison is that everybody's comparing these units, but aren't being completely honest about what comes with the one unit versus the other. And that's kind of a disappointment because there are going to be lots of people, thousands upon thousands of people who are going to make the decision to buy a DJI, and then they realize they got to buy a microphone, and they're going to find out the microphone doesn't work as good. Or as they move up in expertise, carrying around a microphone with a dead cat connected on somebody's body is just not going to work in a $500 to $1,000 shoot. It'll work in a $200 shoot, just not in a $1,000 shoot. Having the lavalier works in a $1,000 shoot because, well, that's part of the job, having the lavalier microphone itself, not just the box. Now, as for the professional look and professional feel, the Wireless Pro just feels better. When you hand that to a client, they feel like they actually have a microphone. When you hand over the DJI, they kind of look at you like, what is this? And then when you clip it onto the shirt, especially like a $100, $200, $300, $400 shirt or onto a $1,000 suit, yeah, that don't work very well. But to each their own, and as you're growing your career, and most of this is gonna be YouTube anyway, I think it's a great mic for the YouTube market, but other than that, it's not. You gotta be a pro one. In a public place, weird stuff happens. She got loud on purpose. All right, anyway, if you're looking to get the DJI Mic2, hey, enjoy it. It'll be a good microphone. If you are looking for something that's gonna give you more professional usability down the road, with more accessories, higher premium quality accessories, well, I'm gonna have to say the Rode Wireless Pro. It just happens to be, at this moment, the better of the product lines. Doesn't mean that DJI won't come up with a professional version, which I think they will rapidly, that will address two major issues. Number one, record time. Because, to be frank with you, sometimes we go to 3 or 4 shoots in a row. And yes, we do have external recorders. Sometimes we don't. And we're using the internal recordings and we're going from one shoot to another shoot to another shoot. At the end of the week, dumping stuff. That allows you to have almost a week's worth of work and then dump it all onto your hard drive later. I love that part. It's super, super nice. The other portion is locking microphones. They tell you have one disconnect in the middle of a very, very expensive shoot that there's 5 figures to 7 figures. You won't know and why it's so important to have that locking little piece of plastic. In the case for the Wireless Pros, it's plastic, but it is so important in a professional shoot to guarantee that the audio comes from the lavalier microphone, not from the box. All right, everybody enjoy yourself. Have a great time. Mad respect to everybody who buys whatever product they buy. I'm just gonna say right now, most of the YouTubers you've seen on this that have not given the full review, including the lavalier microphones and everything else, are sponsored. And with anyone who is sponsored or given a product, they are just going to give a good light to everything. All right, peace.